It is the first ever River States Conference Baseball Media Day. I'm Randy Payton, the Sports Information Director here at the University of Rio Grande. We're joined by head coach Brad Warnemont and by players Clay Sorrell and A.J. Thomas as we take a look at this 2023 upcoming season. And before we do that, Coach, we kind of look back to last year, 23-32. You lose a couple of games to end the season in the conference tournament. It was an up and down season all season long last season.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing we're looking for is consistency, top to bottom, offensively, pitching, and we hit that in the recruiting trail. I mean, I think this year's club is going to have much better pitching depth. We got older in a hurry. We got a couple grad transfers, and hopefully that'll add a little more pop to our lineup as well. So
I was going to say, last year it wasn't necessarily the fact that you couldn't score runs. It was you had problems keeping the other guys from scoring runs.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, we've added some pitching depth, and we feel we're very good where we're at right now. Dynamic, left-handed, right-handed relievers, different arm slots, and our talent pool's increased tremendously. And we'll get Brady Chauvin back. He was an injury last year. We lost him with TJ, and we'll get him back depending upon when, but it might be at the beginning of the year, it might be at the beginning of the conference season, but we're bringing him along the way he needs to be brought along, and so he'll be doing a shorter length of time on the mound. I mean, we'll limit his pitch counts and limit when he throws and how much he throws. So, but he's ahead of the game right now, and it looks great, and no arm issues, and he's been cleared. So, I mean, we're just going to bring him along and get him game ready when we feel that he is game ready.
You picked fifth in the preseason poll, so we know what the rest of the conference expects out of you guys this year. What do you expect out of this team?
Well, what we want to improve off of last year, and the bar should be higher, and these guys sitting beside me are going to say the same thing, that, we finished top 3 or 4 in the conference, and that's where we want to be. You're always looking to vie for a conference championship, and with the schedule that we play a very competitive schedule, and every game means something. Every game down the road, and we feel that, when we were starting 5 freshmen last year, well, we've gotten much older, and that's a key to success is experience and knowledge of the game and being able to adjust. And we think we have that this year. We're going to put a much older team out there and much more experienced team, and we're going to sprinkle those freshmen in that are talented and give them an opportunity to get their feet wet and perform and be successful.
I'll ask the same question to both of the players. Clay, we'll start with you. Not your first rodeo here with Rio Baseball, but your last go-around, and you guys get the season started this weekend. What's your expectations out of this club?
They're really high. We got a lot of veteran guys with some experience, and a great group of young guys. They're starting to really buy into our program and buy into what we're trying to build, and that's huge for all 3 of us and Coach Clayton over there. They're a great group of guys, and the pieces of the puzzle are starting to fall at the right place at the right time. And I feel like if we can stay, that even keel through this 60-game season, then we have a chance to be really, really good club.
AJ, your thoughts on what's going to happen this year?
I have to agree. I think we have a good ball club. We were not very deep in pitching last year. We definitely struggled. We had some injuries, some guys that kind of banged up, bruised up, and I think we definitely reloaded very big this year. To me, getting picked 5th is disrespect to us because we are coming. And they should know.
Coach, you mentioned you hit the recruiting trail, try to fill some holes that you had in last year's roster. Kind of talk about, I guess, both some of the returnees that are back. You mentioned Brady Chauvin, but some of the newcomers as well.
Well, we got a grad transfer from Ohio Christian, Andrew Daria, which was a needed addition to the infield. And we feel that he's going to be able to have an immediate impact. And plus, has athleticism. He can run. He puts pressure on the defense when he is on the bases. So, another grad transfer, Daniel Rutherford, which I recruited him all the way back in the day, but he ended up landing at Emory-Riddle. He's coming off Tommy John as well, but he's a two-way guy. And I believe back in the day he was District Player of the Year here in Southeast Ohio at Coal Grove, and he started out at West Virginia State, went junior college, and spent a couple years at Emory-Riddle, and so we're very happy to have him, and we're getting him healthy. I mean, his velocity the other day was mid-80s, and he was a 91, 93 mile an hour arm, so we're very encouraged there, and he'll add some pop to the lineup as well. So we're very encouraged there, and we've got several young arms. Dalen Spence from Portsmouth that has really, really come on, and Jacob Napier, so out of Kentucky, and Jacob, we're very pleased with him. I mean, he's thrown very well, and consistency, and I said, it's going to be the name of the game. They go out and perform at a high level, so that's what we're looking for. So, we've got majority of our outfield back. Trey Carter is going to bounce from the infield and outfield and two-way, and we're hoping that he doesn't have to throw 94 innings again this year, and that's what we've told him. We don't need you to go that deep into games where our bullpen is much deeper. Lane Mettler's coming back to anchor the bullpen, and he was second-team All-Conference last year, and he's maturing as we speak. I mean, he's figuring out how to pitch and become a better pitcher. So those are all ingredients. You tail into the bullpen. Victor Tayo had some health issues. He's back. Trey White is another senior that was really beneficial out of the bullpen, and he's focused. And so, I mean, Gabe Carter has matured as well. I mean, he was very good as a freshman. He was our left-handed stopper out of the bullpen, and he's matured a great deal. So we're very encouraged that way. When you have 8 or 9 or 10 guys, Reed Schultz is another one that gives us the added experience out of the bullpen. So, my goodness, if I'm missing anybody, that's where we're at right now. Our depth on the mound is very encouraging to us, and our offensive power. I think we're going to be able to do some things offensively as well. Not have to be a 3-2 game, but I think we can hold teams down like that.
Clay, for you, we mentioned, it's your final go-around. Talk about the emotions of heading into one more year of college baseball.
Oh, man, there's so many. I enjoy being with the guys, and I just want to go out there and win. That's my main focus, is going out there and winning baseball games, and creating a culture that is, that'll last when I'm gone, when me and AJ are gone. That's my main focus, is not only helping these guys become good ball players, but good men after college baseball. So bittersweet, but you got to move on at some point. I know I'll miss it. I miss my man right here. But it's coming to an end, and I'm excited for the next chapter.
AJ, I know for you personally, you got off to a pretty good start last year, and then the injury bug bit. And what's your season looking like? I guess obviously you'd like to get back to the form of old.
Yes, that is a big thing for me this year, is to stay healthy. That's the name of the game. I need to stay healthy. I need to keep my body in shape. I need to keep my bones from being as brittle as last year. But no, that's the name of the game. Is this year is just to stay healthy and just let my game play for itself and see what it has for me. Sky's the limit.
One final question for the coach. Kind of scout the conference. We said you guys got picked 5th in the preseason poll. We have seen before there are teams in this league that are very, very good and have been very good at the national level. Well,
I think that the conference is getting much better as a whole. I mean, it used to be a 3 or 4 team race, and now it's, you've got 6 or 7 teams that are very, very good and have built and have recruited, and and our conference is getting more respect at the national level. And but IU Southeast, they lost a great deal, but they're always going to reload. Ben does a great job. Point Park, they lost some key pieces to their puzzle as well, but you look at the preview and the preface and what they've done, and they've reloaded. They've reloaded on the mound. They've gotten some additional athletes that they've picked up. So everybody's in the recruiting process. Midway's the same way. Oakland City has a great deal returning, and they'll be a solid club as well. West Virginia Tech, I think is going to be another team that's going to surprise a lot of people. They've got a lot back, and if you don't hear from West Virginia Tech, they're going to be decent. And you haven't heard much from my buddy Lawrence Nesselrode at Tech. So I think they're going to be a solid club as well, and they're coached very well. So, top to bottom, I mean, Brescia is the same way. Brescia John Herbick was one of my former assistants. He's done a great job recruiting, and he's got that program. Plays a very, very difficult schedule, and he tees it up against the best. So they're a team that, you know, is going to be very talented as well. So top to bottom, you got to show up, like Clayton made the comment, that you got to show up and play every game. Every game means something at this level, and you know, in the national grand scheme of things, and for our conference, and down the road.
Well, there you go, folks. That's a look at the 2023 University of Rio Grande RedStorm. Guys, we wish you good luck this season. That's it from Rio here on River States Conference Baseball Media Day.